Hi. Why critical degrees? There is this premise of critical degrees, and this video is all about that. I've learned a lot about these in a few different ways, and so I'm just going to introduce it to you. There are cardinal points. The cardinal points are 0 degrees Aries, 0 degrees Cancer, 0 Libra, and 0 Capricorn. These are the first sign of each season. So those are the 0th degrees, right? Then there's critical degrees are the degrees that sePtile aspect the cardinal points. For example, 0 Aries is a sePtile to 26 Libra. A sePtile is 1/7 of a circle. If you take a circle and divide by 7, that is a sePtile. Well, just trying to, yeah, cool. And it had me wondering, like, what is so special about the number 7? Because if you divide 360 by 7, it's the only number that does not divide evenly, the only one-digit number. And I look up why they use 360, why not use a bigger number? And at that time, they were counting in sixes, and it was based on the hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Notice it is just like the 12. Notice the 12 with 3 and 4, 3 by 4, 12. Very much like the mode and the elements. And also the notion that the number 1111 is a Uranus number, and Uranus is the so-called father of time, I believe. And then we go from counting to sixes to counting in tens, which is like a Fibonacci jump. And then after that, we start counting in colors in hexadecimal, another Fibonacci jump. But anyway, okay. The critical degrees, right? So because they're like weird degrees. Well, when I say weird, I mean like that it's not like, okay, without knowing that they are sePtile to the cardinal points, you wonder why those are the critical degrees. So I'll just say, for the cardinal signs, the so-called critical degrees are the 26th degree of the cardinal signs, and also the 13th degree. So yeah, so the 13 and the 26, like 13 degrees Cancer or 26 degrees Cancer, for example, will be critical degrees, and same thing for the other cardinal signs. Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, those are the cardinal signs. Oh, yeah, just trying to set up. All right, and like for the fixed signs, the critical degrees, the funny thing is, they think this is what was getting me, is they said 8 or 9 and 21 or 22. It wasn't like right at the start of a degree. It was like 8 or 9. So if you actually measure it, it's like actually like the degree, like from like 8.5 to 9.5 will be actually like sePtile to a cardinal point. But there is something about those degrees. And for the fixed signs, that's for the fixed signs. It's 8 and 9, like 8 Leo or 9 Leo. And like 21 Leo or 22 Leo, for example, that would be for the fixed signs. And the fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. And for the mutable signs are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. For the mutable signs, the critical degrees are 4 degrees and 17 degrees. So I just want to give some examples here. So for example, like I was trying to use this, apply this to creative, like electional astrology, right? And like, so for example, like 17 Pisces aspect to 0 Cancer, right? So that's like a really cool aspect to hit. But the thing is, actually, if it's 17-0, like 17 degrees and 0 minutes, then it's actually the exact point at where the sePtile will occur is at like 2951 Gemini. You have to get to like, it's in the teens. It's like around like 1710 or 11, somewhere around there. So there, I'll drop a link to Explore I made where you can change the degree and see all the sePtiles. Because the math is a bit like, because that's the thing, it doesn't divide evenly. It's like 51 point something. It's like dot, 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 dot. It's like one of these numbers that just doesn't end. And that's what got me like all summer. I was like, what comes in 7? And what do these things that come in 7 have in common, right? And like, I was like, okay, after a rain, sometimes there's a rainbow, right? And like a rainbow has 7 colors. And a piñata, right? A piñata has 7 points, right? Okay, so the 7 points on the piñata represent the 7 sins. And a rainbow, it's like the legend of the rainbow is like that at the end of the rainbow, you find a pot of gold. But like if you chase a rainbow, you never could get to the end. It's like trying to get to the end of a number that doesn't end, you know? And there's like the 7 continents, the 7 seas. It's sort of like the basis of our world. There's like certain things that come in 7, but it's kind of rare otherwise to find 7 in nature. There's also a popular plant that has 7 leaves, and there's so there is like this like a connection to source. I feel that the number 7 is like a connection to source energy, and also to some kind of source, whether it's like a religious or like just the energy of source energy. Okay, and it is sort of like the nature of the aspect. It's almost like a cheat code. It's like you have access to some like knowledge, or like without like even trying. It's like you just have like it's just really like a tight access to it, like really like intuition or something. And I'm telling you this, like I have sePtile on my ascendant, right? So just real quickly, I'll tell you that just so you could like imagine, like I've like thought about this a lot, and I realized I have it in my own chart, and many people will have sePtile in their own chart because it's very common. It may not be to a critical degree, but you may have that aspect of a sePtile. So for me, I have 0. So it's a good example, right? Like it's kind of useful to kind of like memorize the degrees, because then you can kind of shift it around, like to right. So anyway, like 0 Aquarius moon, and I have my Pluto at 16 Libra, and my rising sign 18 Libra, and my south node at 11 Pisces, and Cancer Venus of 5 Cancer. So those are all like kind of in a sePtile to each other. So it's kind of like plus or minus a degree there, but like it's pretty wild that to realize that I have a sePtile Libra rising to Venus, a sePtile to Venus in my chart. Like it's the ruling planet. Of course, that's going to bring it out, and I have Venus in the 10th house. So anyway, and also my moon is applying to a sePtile with Venus. So it's like now my life makes more sense that I know that I realize that. So anyway, so for example, like today, this weekend, the Lilith is at 4 Virgo, which is a critical degree, right? So 4 Virgo is a sePtile to, whoa, hey, hold on, okay, all right, trying to, okay, yeah, next time I gotta use some gum or something here, all right, okay. So if you pull up like an astro clock, like on AstroSeek. So this is what I was doing, because the thing is, like, over the past few years, I've practiced and I've raised my vibration, and I'm able to hear the aspects in the back of my head, like by the pineal gland. At the top of the spine, right? It is as if, so I've practiced listening to this, and if I'm alone, it's easy to hear. I can hear it right now. Sometimes it's pleasant, and sometimes it's not pleasant. Right now is pleasant, and I believe it's pleasant because the moon is in my rising sign. The moon is in Libra, and Venus is in Libra, and Venus is in a quintile with Jupiter right now, with reception, because, so anyway, it's pretty cozy aspect. A quintile is a circle divided by 5, but anyway, and circle divided by 5, that is like the artistic aspect. So that is a great aspect for creativity. Is the quintile is circle divided by 5, and Venus tells us this because the shape of like the Venus orbit, you know, in relation to the sun, is shaped in a 5-petal, look like a 5-petaled flower. So anyway, that's about 5s. But the critical degrees have this connection to the number 7. So anyway, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna drop the links. And this is like, I discover it, right? Like, because the thing is, I've heard of the critical degrees, and I was like, why are critical degrees? And I wonder if you're watching this and you were wondering that too. This is why I believe they are. I believe that the critical degrees are the critical degrees because they're sePtile to the cardinal points. And I think it's really cool, right? Like, for example, like at the 17th of any degree, you can catch the cusp, like a sePtile to a cusp, which is really cool because, so as far as like listening to the aspects, right? Like you will have like, if you want to practice doing this, right? I'm not sure how it started. It has only started for me since early 2022 is like when I like started to pick up, like it was the year that Jupiter and Neptune have a conjunction in Pisces. That is when it started for me. However, I think that if you have any outer planet in your first house, I think you're predisposed to this. You would be predisposed to this because it seems very strong to me when Uranus, Neptune, or Pluto is aspected, and like it's like right now it's very pleasant. It's a quintile between like the moon, like basically like you could kind of hear like the moon aspects happening slowly, like because the moon moves slower than versus like the rising sign and the midheaven, kind of like. So I think it's you can actually hear both of them, the aspects from the rising sign and the midheaven, over the course of the day, and of course those happen like more acutely. So like, for example, like some pleasant aspects would be like, like a trine to Venus or a quintile to Venus, or like a trine to Neptune, but it's and like a having like, for example, like Uranus conjunction right on the ascendant. That sounds like it sounds like an amplifier that's about to like voltage like just come out of everywhere. Like it's sometimes it's really high vibration. So I recommend you if you like pay attention to your own body a lot, and like try to do this. kind of like meditate. Like I stretch a lot. Like I do like a lot of stretching, and especially like stretching like my spine, like trying to elongate my spine from the base of my spine. Like I do stuff like this, and I do like different movement to like stretch my spine really well, right? And the other thing, I don't know, I have read that like saying a mantra can help raise your vibration, and there is one that I don't know where it comes from. I feel like it comes from somewhere like in the universe, like through me. Like is this somehow like I don't know what it means or where it comes from, but this is just something that I carry with me. Like maybe it's from my south node or something, because also having the south node on my ascendant separating. But anyway, I don't know. It feels like it's something like powerful though. So I'm gonna try to just sing it here, just in case. I wonder if anyone else has ever heard this or anything like that. But it goes like, aya aya hey, aya aya hey, aya aya ha, aya aya hey. So something like that. Just as another way to try. So I'm really curious, and also like the other thing is like Pluto is really close to 0 Aquarius right now. It's 2 degrees back, but it's so I wonder if having Pluto transiting my moon like that is sort of reflective of this as well. But I believe it must be like many people with this. A lot of people report their ears ringing, like especially around eclipses, apparently. So that would make a lot of sense. That a lot of people are just like hearing noises and not realizing that like where like think it's from their ears, but really it's like just our like instinctual like vibration of nature, like because like we're all like on the same planet here together, and everything is vibrating. So anyway, like hope everyone has a sweet night, and I'm gonna just review for a minute here. I'll just say the degrees one more time. Okay, so the critical degrees are the degrees that are sePtile to the cardinal points. The cardinal points are the 0 degrees of the cardinal signs. So that'd be 0 Aries, 0 Cancer, 0 Libra, 0 Capricorn. Those are the cardinal points. The last degree of each sign has another name. That's like an anaretic degree or something like that. It has a different name. It's like the very last degree of a sign. So the critical degrees though are the ones would be like for the cardinal signs it'd be 13 or 26. For the fixed signs it'll be 8, 9, like 8.5 to 9.5 maybe. Like that's the thing. So when you hear it though, like I feel like you hear it right away. Like once the 8 starts, there's a different energy. Like once the moon, I think you could pay attention to it like when the moon is in one of these degrees. Once the moon is in like just pay attention to, for example, like I feel like you could tell the difference, especially, I think it's especially apparent between 12 Cancer and 13 Cancer, because that is a sePtile to the Pisces Aries cusp. Like if you want to aspect 29 Pisces, that would be sePtile of 12 from Cancer. That would be 12 Cancer. It's like 1240 or something like that. And like then once it's in 13, that's aspect to 0 Aries. Okay, so let me tell you my like brain hack for how to memorize it, because I'll drop you the link. You can explore yourself. I'm working on a lot of cool stuff related to this, like trying to like raise awareness of this like open source and creative work, like on WebMural and S9A and P9E. So anyway, I'm gonna drop some links for you to explore, but I'll tell you my brain hack. All right, so whatever is the 13th degree of any sign, it will be a sePtile to the sign that would be a square plus 13. or to the like the same like so like 13 Gemini is like a sePtile to 0 Aries. Sorry, a sePtile to 0 Pisces. Like 0 Pisces is a sePtile to 13 Gemini. Like 0 Aries is a sePtile to like 14 or 13 Cancer, and so on. So just whatever is the 13th of, it's like say if it's a cardinal sign, then it will be like a sePtile to the previous cardinals, the 0th degree of the previous cardinal sign, for example. So that's like kind of like how I remember those. And the 26 ones, so if you measure it, it actually starts like around 2550. So for example, like say you wanted to like catch an aspect to 0 Aquarius, you could do that at 26 Leo is a sePtile to 0 Aquarius. And you know, so anyway, like a cool like you know, so also I think it's like really cool to like explore these different kind of aspects. And also there is this like people have talked about like the sePtile, a seventh of a circle, is referred to as a minor aspect. And I just want to say that my belief about this, after hearing the aspects through my own, you know, through my vibrations, right, or the, you know, the vibration of the universe, after hearing them all the time, right, for like almost 2 years now, like I believe that this wording of major and minor is like on a piano. It's like not that like one, the major ones are like the black keys on a piano are no less than the white keys. You know, they're just different. Each note is different. Each, you know, so each aspect is different. Of course, the ones that are divided like lower will have like more harmonic strength. For example, a trine will have more harmonic energy than a sextile, you know, because it's 3 versus like divided by 3 divided by 2 would be, you know, so anyway, like yeah, but a sePtile is like it's pretty unique aspect. And I do feel like those degrees that are called the critical degrees, there is a different energy to them. And if anyone knows more about this, please let me know. Please hit me up, drop a comment, because I've been wondering about this a lot. And if you have some, I got to tell you about this. All right, one more thing about the number 7, because I thought about this a long time. And I think it is quite serendipitous that a rainbow represents pride. It's a pride symbol. Because with a connection to 7 as source energy, right? It's like sort of like when I say source energy is like an energy that's like in between other energies. It's like it's like a tap into like an infinite energy of some kind, like infinite energies, but there's different energy. So for example, I think it's so cool that a rainbow is a pride symbol, having it have the 7 stripes, having this same like 7 symbolism, because it is like a tap into like an infinite gender. Okay? So that's cool. Am I right? All right, peace, y'all.